rounds, now I click on pop. Gushing, keep it bustin' for my crew, I got this shit I rock. This one's feeling nice, I ain't slip a beat. Walk on beat, pushing, leave a message when you hear the beat. Click on pop. Click on beat. Push and leave a message when you hear the beat. Click on pop. Crew, I got this shit I rock. Click on beat. Rounds, now I click on pop. Gushing, keep it bustin' for my crew, I got this shit I rock. This one's feeling nice, I ain't slip a beat. Walk on beat, push and leave a message when you hear the beat. Push and leave a message when you hear the beat. Click on pop. Crew, I got this shit I rock. Nothing else bang harder as the funk does.
Hey guys. All right, can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me.
They can hear you.
Can they hear me?
Well,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. So y'all can hear me. Okay, we're having a little technical difficulties. He's been talking about free dried food. I've been having some issues over here with my earbuds. So
Today's
now,
stream is brought to you by the number 4 and the letter C.
no idea what that means, but I'll take his word for it.
It's an old Sesame Street thing.
Oh, okay. We got that out of the way. Okay. Hey, Squirrel Gang. Hey, Mint Mama. Okay. There's
Hello.
Angelo.
Hello. Hello. Hello, Uni. Hello, Nana.
Hey,
Hello,
Nana.
Susan.
Hey, CJ. There's my uni angel. My beautiful angel. Hey, Faridas. Okay. You be careful. Be safe. Hey, CJ. Hey, Susan. Okay. Now, this was kind of a spontaneous live. Now, I would have done this a couple of days ago when it came out. It was Monday when the stream happened that I will be reacting to with Angelo. Now, I was busy doing other things the last couple of days. But what we're going to talk about is something that I don't want in this community. Now, if you guys saw Savage Live Media's stream yesterday, she was talking about a whole different community around the Troll Avenue area. Now, in that area, there was an incident that happened where a 15-year-old boy was brought in on a panel by a troll that is pretty frequent around chats in that area. Now, sometimes he comes around in this area. Now, most of you won't know who he is, but I do. Now, I've got the stream here. It's called the Circus Inside Chat. They're awesome people. I adore them. Mostly Tara. I love Tara.
Oh, yeah, Tara's awesome. I don't know about Stitches.
Yeah, Stitches is still a little salty because I trolled him for a little while.
Takes him too many years to send out lures.
But no, Stitches is pretty cool. I learned quite a bit from him. Now, it was them that went live about it. Again, I don't want this in our community. That's why I asked them if I can react to this and bring it over here, just so in case this Carlos Martinez troll account comes around here, you guys are aware and you guys instantly need to block that account if he ever rolls up in your chat.
Whack him with a wrench.
Yeah, like right between the eyes, throw that wrench and block him instantly. Now I need to hey Sparkplug Jackie, how are you, sweetheart?
Do people come up with these names?
Oh, Jackie's awesome. Hey Josh. Hey Infidel Lady.
Oh, wait, I've always wanted to do this. Good evening, Infidel.
It's kind of creepy. That's so creepy. Okay, I will get the Circus Inside Chats link, but now I'm gonna let them explain what happened. So you guys are aware. And then Angelo and I will react to it. Angelo came in a little bit late into the stream. So
Oh,
while
that's
I'm
because I heard them talking about a couple of other people that shouldn't be in people's chats, to be quite honest with you, but whatever. I don't control people's streams.
Neither do I. That's why I just simply go in, say hi to my friends, and I'll watch from the bushes. More entertaining that way. So here we go. Let me share the screen.
Look at that. Your channel manager already dropped the link for you. Look at that. That's hard work right there.
Aw, thank you, Uni. I appreciate that. Yeah, they're going to put me out of work. All right. Thank you, Uni. You're such an angel. Alrighty. So here we go. One, 2, 5 should be good.
So, hello, everybody. Look at this. You get us 2 days in a row. And I'm going to let everybody know right now, Mark Terry, I am going to be talking about you. Carlos, I am going to be talking about you. If either one of you asshats want a link, hit me on Twitter. I'm not just going to send it to you. You have to ask for it. Okay? Now, let me tell everybody a little story about what happened. So I got up about, I'm going to let everybody know. Oops. I got up about 20 minutes to 2 this morning to go pee. Okay. And I decided to see if anybody was out live streaming at that time of the morning. And it happens so that Mark was live streaming. So I'm sitting there listening and watching. Next thing I know, I see Carlos come in the chat and saying, "Hey, Mark, let my bro up, let my broski up. You know, this is my boy, let him up." So after a while, Mark lets him up. So when the guy comes up,
now, mind you, this 15-year-old came from the gaming community. I didn't even know they had 15-year-olds in the gaming community up until now when Angelo told me. I don't go over to the gaming community. I have no interest. I don't play online games. I don't. I haven't played video games in, God, I don't know how many years. Still don't have any interest in it. And if I were to play any video games, I go old school. Nintendo, Super Nintendo. That's about it.
And I'd also like to say that if somebody comes into your side chat and says, "Hey, let my broski up," that's an automatic hammer. Just mute them, ban them, and get them out of your channel. They should be using words like that. That's in the 80s.
He's right. I mean, I like to use like my sis from another miss. That's what I use. But that's just me. Or you know what? When someone says let your broski up, I would say no. But when you're going to let someone up on your panel, always throw up an overlay. That way you know who's coming up. Because you never know. You can be peen bombed, which I will fully admit I have been peen bombed, along with 4 other people. But I've always been told to throw up an overlay. Always. So there's that.
he has his camera on and he's a young guy eating some ramen noodles. Well, after a few minutes, Mark realizes that the boy's looking kind of young. So Mark says, look, man, how old are you? And the boy says, "I'm 15. And Mark's like, "Okay, well, you got to go. You can't be on here," which is the right thing to do. Right. But then when the boy went left, he stayed in the side chat. He was allowed to remain in the side chat, and Carlos was promoting his channel, sending all. Now, this is the problem I have with it. Everybody might have a random person that's underage stroll up on their live stream, but when they figure it out, they kick them out and they go on. They don't allow them to stay in the chat, and they definitely don't promote their channel for all the trolls and vile scumbags that go to Mark's over there to go troll them now. So I don't care what anybody says. This is what Carlos is doing. He even said this is what he was doing. You can go watch Mark's stream. It's still up. You can read the chat when he says that he goes to the gaming communities where these kids are, and he's getting these kids over here. I don't know what's he trolling these kids, grooming these kids. What's he doing?
No, to be honest, I don't really know what his intentions are by promoting this kid's channel, sending trolls over there. or what he's doing. I find that kind of creepy. And that's just my honest opinion. I mean, excuse me. But what are Carlos' intentions to doing this? What are they? I've never seen this before. Not since I've been here. I mean, when you're
Unfortunately,
gonna have
I have a long observational history with those Carlos accounts. It's not a single person, it's multiple people, and some of the people come in under their main names, like Noodles or Camillo, and sometimes they come in on a troll name like Carlos something.
yeah.
They're not good people. That's
And
all I know.
and I have heard I've heard all I needed to know, and I have chosen to stay away. But I do not want this in our community. That's why I'm bringing this to everybody's attention. This needs to stay away. So let's keep it that way, please. We don't need this over here.
Y'all have an early warning of what's going to happen. Remember, Botter? I had an early warning on that one too, but nobody wanted to listen to that either.
What does Carlos bring to the table? I've been asking. I asked it yesterday, Mike, and I think I figured it out. Children.
Exactly. That's
I don't want to hang out with children.
Right.
And I was thinking that, and I saw Carlos say, "Oh, the only people that are going to have a problem with this is people that have diddler mindsets." No, the only grown man or woman that wants to go hang out with 15-year-olds and bring them to our community is diddler mindsets. I have children much older than 15, and I don't even sit on my streams with them in the room.
exactly.
Okay? I don't want to hang out with children, and I don't want you to bring children to our community. Now, I want to just add a couple of things. This guy or girl has said some things.
And I will agree with that. I have seen people on their streams that bring their kids that are much younger to their streams. Even when they're cammed up, they'll allow their kids to be shown on camera. I don't agree with it. I really don't. I think that's not a good thing. And I have seen people in those kind of chats that say, get your kids off the screen. Why are they up there? I mean, it's not smart, to be honest. It's really not. And you shouldn't do that.
Not to mention, you know what this community is. This is in a very adult themed community, adult themed drama community. It is full of piss and vinegar. It is not a place for kids, whether you're a parent or not. It's not a place for people under the age of 18. In some cases, I'd say under the age of 21, but I digress. Not a place for kids. It's a bunch of people who are either scamming or exploiting children, exploiting charities, just going into real life. I mean, can you imagine somebody going into a minor kid's real life just to get back at somebody else for whatever reason? That's the type of community that this is. Now, granted, not everybody does that, but if you look at the basis of the channel, I don't even watch Mr. T. I lost interest with him when he stole Valor and tried to pretend like he was some kind of veteran /
I heard about that.
He has very sketchy people in his chat and on his panels. So yeah, it's not worth it. You shouldn't have minors in the community. You shouldn't have minors in the panels. And yeah, while you can ban them from the side chat so that they can't talk, ultimately at the end of the day, you can't stop somebody from listening. We don't have the ability to access people's computers and ban them from actually going into the channel, whether they can talk or not. So there's that. But you should, as the creator of the stream, to the best of your ability, do everything you can to prevent access of participation from minors. And if that means banning them in your chat and keeping them off your panels, that's what you need to do. That's what you should be doing as a good content creator.
And I agree. And I've seen, like, with Candace Wells, when she was on a stream, she had, I would assume would be her grandkids. I didn't approve of that. I didn't approve of it whatsoever, and I don't think that was smart. But the thing is, what Angelo said is 100% correct. You've got people over here that do go into people's real lives. You don't have to have beef with anybody. They can still go into your real life. You can have more subs than anybody, and you haven't done a thing to them, and they want your subs. They can still go into your real life. It doesn't matter. People are still going to go into your real life, and they're going to bring your kids into it. That's why you don't bring your kids on stream. When your kids come into the room, it's always a good idea to mute your mic. Do not show your pictures of your children. I mean, we've got people around here that show pictures of children and they don't blur out their faces. And these are pictures of just random kids. Nobody knows who they are. We've seen it before. So with that, it's not a good idea. That's why I don't allow people up on my panel if I don't know who they are. And I throw the overlay up so I can see who they are. However, if they choose to cam up, that's up to them. If they choose not to, that's fine. I still throw my overlay up. But I just think it's wrong just having people that think it would be a good idea to promote. Hang on a second.
Oh, well, she stepped away. I'll add this. I think it's 12 or 13 to be on YouTube, and I don't necessarily agree with that, but it is what it is. However, as content creators, when you're making your videos or your live streams, there's a section in there for you to select, is this made for kids? Is this not made for kids? It's an extra security that requires people who are underage to log into their YouTube channel to see if they're of age to view that content. It's a safety thing. If your channel, if you're an adult streaming adult things, your channel's definitely not for kids, and you should have that selected. That's on the content creator. The community, and this is whether you like the people or not, the community can perform something called community guidelines, which is if it's not meeting the community guidelines, you flag the video for that specific purpose. It doesn't give the person a strike. It doesn't harm their channel. It just allows YouTube to change the rating of the video from made for kids to not made for kids. That is a tool specifically for us, the viewers, to ensure that we're doing everything we can as creators, viewers, or chatters to ensure that the content is being protected from the eyes of children. So it is within the YouTube policy to say, if you see a channel covering content not appropriate for kids, that you can flag it as a community so that YouTube upgrades or downgrades the video to be for kids or not for kids and further protect kids. Again, that's our tools. That's what we do as content creators, watchers, viewers, to ensure that we're protecting kids from content that may not be suitable for them. If you're not doing that, then you are, in my opinion, ... specifically trying to target children to watch your videos. I'm just saying.
And you also got, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step away so fast, but you also got kids who can't sign up for a YouTube channel, and they also lie about their age. Because when you sign up for a channel, they'll ask you for the month day and year you were born. And they have no problem, saying that they were 18 years old. I mean, they always do. I
That's
mean, it always happens.
That's incorrect, Crypt Maria. You can still monetize videos not made for kids. Most companies are targeting adults, so they want ads in adult themed channels. So you can still get monetized. My entire channel is not made for kids either, and I can monetize videos left and right. Just so you know. Maybe one day Earth and I can have a stream where I can show people how they can share revenue if they play music and things like that, so that you're not losing all of your revenue whenever you play a music video or a song in the background.
Absolutely. Because I think that would be great. I think that would be a good learning tool for everybody. Hey, Commander. Hey, anyone that just came in. Sorry again that I had to step away so fast. I had to go let my baby in. She was outside playing. All right, so let's get back to this.
With children, and I don't want you to bring children to our community. Now, I want to just add a couple of things. This guy or girl has said some things pretty disgusting, and Steve side chat about my cancer, and that's fine. I'm not sitting here to cry about it or expect somebody to handle or fight my battle for me. I just ignore it. This guy said some pretty disgusting things about Jake's deceased daughter's pubic hair.
Okay, now I'm going to throw a trigger warning for this because this is pretty nasty, and I did not agree with this whatsoever. No, I do not agree with people that talk shit on other creators' children. And I have heard this several times from other different creators, not just one, but several others that I have come to know since I've been down in the Troll Avenue area. And I've been down there for more than just a couple of months. I've actually been down there a lot longer than most people think I have. So let me put this warning in the chat real quick. All right.
Just add a couple of things. This guy or girl has said some things pretty disgusting, and Steve side chat about my cancer, and that's fine. I'm not sitting here to cry about it or expect somebody to handle or fight my battle for me. I just ignore it. This guy said some pretty disgusting things about Jake's deceased daughter's pubic hair, which she didn't even live long enough to have. That's dismissed, and still he gets to ride along because, oh, he's a boy troll. This guy said stuff about Cammie Joe's husband molesting her children. Still, he's Mark Terry's manager, and we let him continue to ride. Now he's bringing minors into our community, and that's Mark Terry's manager over there.
Exactly.
Okay? And I want to ask every one of you that sit on a platform and run a channel, when is enough? We're going to have another botter over here?
Right.
When he starts posting up child porn? Is that when it's enough? When?
No, some of you guys don't know who Botter is. Now, Angela, would you like to give them a little bit of a rundown on who Botter is? Just a short version of him?
Botter is a fucking pig. Oh, wait. Is that short enough?
Well, okay. That's fair enough.
A bad person. A person who endangers children. A person who gleefully hands out child porn and pornography of all ages and sizes and colors in order to get people in trouble. Yeah. Horrible person.
Now, I don't know if some of you guys know who a comedian / streamer is named Chrissy Mayer. If you do, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 2 in the chat. Okay, Chrissy Mayer is a comedian. She is a streamer. Now, she was swatted by Botter a while back. Now, when Botter was arrested, she didn't give out too much information. She did talk about it on her stream, but that was about it. Now, as for the information, she did talk about it, but some of that stream was taken down. Don't know why. It might be just, I guess, precautionary measures, but I went looking to see if I can find it so I can try to play it, but still I couldn't find it at all. But he went after her as well. Why? I don't know, when she's not even relevant in this community at all. Like, she's streamed with a couple of people from my old community. So that's, now, like I said, she's only talked about it for like maybe a minute and a half or so. I sent it to Angelo. Other than that, I didn't see the relevance and why he went after her, but apparently Butter did. But Jenny did a stream about Botter. I know a couple of others have done streams about Botter. German Lady did a couple videos on it. I don't know if they're still up, but I'm sure people can find other videos about the whole Botter thing. But that's who Botter is. And, of course, what Angelo said.
Do y'all take a stand? Me and Mike the only ones?
Yeah, everybody else too afraid to say anything. You know, all the ones sit over there on this panel and he hauled up. Okay, we're watching. We'll just keep calling it out. It doesn't matter to us. We can do this every day if we need to.
How much longer does he get a pass in this community? I want to know. If I said that shit or if Mike said that shit, you motherfuckers would nail. If G, oh my God.
And I'll do it every day if I have to as well, to keep these kind of people out of our community.
His ass. What's up, everybody, by the way? We fired up and we didn't even have a chance to say hey to all you guys.
Right. I mean, look, and I'm not saying, and look, I'm not really going at Mark about this. This is the problem, though. Carlos continues to do this over and over and over, and has always done it. So he gets his pass because he's some boy troll. I don't give a fuck who he is. Okay. The bastard wants to talk either one of two things. Either he's a predator or he's a minor. Either way, he don't need to be over here.
Right.
It's awful funny. He only.
That
I'd
is
like
true.
to address that. Let me address that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There is no either he's a predator or a minor. Okay, because minors can be predators too. I've been fighting a specific predator in Kentucky who was a minor when he was a predator. You can be a predator and a minor. You can be both. So being a minor doesn't excuse you from right and wrong. Okay? So there's no give on that one. That's the only thing I disagree with on that particular stream. I have no idea what the age of Botter is, but they're a predator regardless of what their age is. So there you have it.
Susan said, pig is too nice of a word for Botter.
I know, because you can get bacon out of it. So, yeah, I agree.
Fair enough.
Only knows minors. He only knows the kids. Yeah, it's always been like that with this Carlos fuck. Okay, Carlos, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. You want to start a troll war with somebody, big boy? Go right ahead. I'll be your Huckleberry. You and your fucking piece of shit trash can, Mark Terry over there.
Yeah, he took me, Sharon. Let me tell you something.
I love the words that Stitches uses. He throws himself out there and always puts up a challenge with people. I like that. He's got more cojones than I do when it comes to stuff like that, because that's why I've learned quite a bit from watching Stitches. And yes, I did troll him a little bit, and then I had to go into witness protection because the little shit outed all my troll accounts, and then I had to redo them all, rename them, and put all different pictures on them. But I stepped up my game, though. I really did. But I didn't tell him what I do. So there's that.
Carlos, lean in, because I know if you ain't listening right this moment, you'll be listening. He took me sharing my life as, guess what? Here I am, big and bold and bad as shit. My real name is Tara, and this is my real voice. Something you ain't got the balls to do, bitch. Up here sharing my life about when I was a teenager. You know, something you like to hang out with? Teenagers do dumbass shit, like try drugs. So I was telling a little story about things I tried when I was a kid. This motherfucker went around spinning a narrative like I'm some kind of fucking junkie.
What do you mean, Squirrel Gang? I'll be your Huckleberry. What does that phrase mean? It means he will. He's pretty much telling him, bring it on. Is what I'm gathering.
Yeah. I'll be your challenger. I'll fight you. I'll stand up. I'll come to the line. I'll knock on that door. I'll open it up. What you got? I'll be a Huckleberry.
Yep. Yeah, like basically, come at me, bro. Let's go. You want to tango? You want to dance? I can dance too. That's what that phrase means. Yeah, pretty much. Now I know who he is after. Angelo said that because, yes, he comes over as a predator from what I have heard. Wait, now I know who he is after. Angelo said that because he...
She's missing a comma. I know.
Oh, okay.
I know who he is, comma. After Angelo said that. Period. Comes over as a predator from what I heard.
Okay, I guess that was your... Okay.
Punctuation. But it's infidel. I'm not going to argue with her.
Well, I love infidelity anyway. Okay, I'm from the South. I should have known that. Or I should know that. It means you're up to something.
There's a lady in Texas. She has a big hole in her front yard, which will be filled with concrete tomorrow. If anyone wants to get rid of their husbands, she has room for 4 big husbands or 6 small ones prior to the concrete being poured. So let me know if you guys need anything, and I'll hook you up.
I ain't even going to ask. I'm not going to ask.
It's a friend of mine.
Well, I said I wasn't going to ask, but thank you for the answer.
Bitch, I was clean and on my way to being a whole ass adult by the time I was 18. You're still a dumbass trying to play around with little kids, a whole grown ass adult. You run your mouth talking about toilet Tara and whatever it is he calls you, I forget now. But you ain't got the balls to be nothing more than a disgusting troll. You're not funny. You're not witty. You're a racist. You're a disgusting trash can. And now it looks like you're a predator that's trying to groom this community to accept minors. And we ain't never played that way. And I urge every one of you not to start playing that way now. Mark Terry, not even you.
Right, exactly, Mark. We're not coming at you as much as we're coming at Carlos because this is what he's done. He's done took over your channel. He's blocking all the good people that go over there. Go look at your block list, and he's letting only the trash be there. So you go right ahead, keep on going, and I'll talk about you every goddamn day. Okay, what do you think about that? You want to be a tough guy? You're 6'8". You'll break my arm off. Well, come on, big boy, break my motherfucking arm off and see what happens to you. Okay, you don't want to keep threatening like you some tough guy. You just big bad. You ain't a shit. Okay, but a bum that can't survive on his own and has to have living with your dad that's 9 years old. That's my house. It ain't your house. You say it all the time when your dad, your brother's in the background arguing. That's another thing. Your dad needs to kick both of y'all's dumbasses out, and he'd be a whole lot better off. So you want to talk? You want to fuck with somebody? You want to run your goddamn mouth, boy? Come on.
It's pretty gross. And the Colin G's channel, Predator Nation, when you're literally, that's your channel, dude. Come on over here, Mark. We'll give you a link. You can have a link. And no yelling. We'll have a discussion. I'd like to talk some fucking sense into you. Not that I want to be your friend or anything like that.
Yeah, see, I did watch that night when I watched Mark going after G. I had Mark on one phone, I had G on my laptop, and I was watching. It was like they were going at each other in real time. But it was like Mark was on one of his little tips, like he is once in a while. But I was also watching. See, I can't see Carlos because I have him blocked. So the only time I can see anything of what Carlos was posting was when Mark would highlight his comment. So I was seeing things left, right, and center. And yeah, I took screenshots of it. I mean, I always do, of stuff that is being posted. in chats, but if the person's not blocked and I can still see them, then yeah, I'm going to take the screenshots from the chat. But if they are blocked and their comment is highlighted, I'm going to take the screenshot too. But yeah, there was some, what I'm only going to assume was misinformation. That's all I'm going to say. On my end, it was misinformation. Don't know if it's true. That's why I'm not going to show these screenshots and have it come back on me saying that I'm spreading false information. So there's not going to be any screenshots shown of what Carlos was posting.
Too close.
So,
Carlos wasn't fast enough. Oh, so
oh, sorry, dude. I hope somebody got screenshots of that.
he gone.
Yeah, but I can always unhide and see the messages. Ooh.
That's not a message.
Nice try, Carlos. See, here's the thing, Carlos. I can see what you posted on my StreamYard side. You're not that fast, dude. And I got some fast mods. Nice try.
We can
Goodbye.
all keep doing the YouTube thing, but Mark, you got to do better than this. That's a predator you got over there. And I'm going to say this to any of you guys. I'm not going to say a single name. I'm going to say as far as this community goes, that guy's bringing minors over here in this community. And I'm going to urge every one of y'all. He has said the most foul fucking things about people's deceased children and about people's children being molested. And now he's bringing minors over here. Why is he getting a pass? I'm going to ask every one of you. He ain't allowed in my fucking chat. Why is he allowed in yours? Why? If I said some stuff like that, would I be allowed in your chat?
And that's just one of his accounts. So I urge all of you guys to block that account if you can.
Diddlers come over there and Bacon expose that, and he run all them off. And now he's going to bring the kids over. What's he doing? Is he trying to be a matchmaker?
For it, but he got attacked for exposing it. See, isn't that weird?
Exactly.
And then also, Mark was yelling that I was talking about Mary, and I have not said one negative thing about that lady. Only thing I said about her is that she ain't new here.
Thank you, Unatonica.
I said she was attractive. I said I don't know what the hell she's doing with Mark. I'm not saying nothing bad about her. Don't put words in my mouth, lying Mark. Don't do it.
And it doesn't matter if y'all are trolling or you're not. We don't want that troll. We don't play like that. Okay. Okay. You go play like that somewhere else.
He's live, so I don't even know if he hears us. But we set the stream up, so I don't know. He could be restreaming us for all I know.
I don't really care, but I guarantee you, Carlos knows that we're over here talking shit. I can guarantee you that. And Carlos ain't got balls enough to come over here. That's his problem.
So I want to read something, and before I read it, I want to say this. Okay, now I and Mike both we will play. Okay, everybody plays the guessing game on trolls because sometimes you'll try to read behavior, but I'm not trying to play a guessing game on who this Carlos person is. I don't fucking know, but there was a comment left under my stream from last night. Now, Tragic is a newer person to some people that are seeing Tragic over at Mark Terry's, but Tragic's not new. I've seen Tragic around back years ago in the DC. But Tragic and Negs are friends, and I haven't been around those people for years, and I just remember him from back in the day. There's a comment from a person named Meet Virginia under our things. Now, again, take this for what you will. I don't know. I'm not saying this as if it's gold. I'm simply going to read this comment, okay? But this comment said, the word is Carlos is Negs. An old friend of his confirmed it. Doesn't say who the old friend is.
Now, I didn't believe that Negs was Carlos. Now, I've watched a lot of stuff on Negs. I didn't believe that Negs was Carlos. He might be a little crazy and might like to start some trouble with folks, only to get reactions out of them, and because he really doesn't have much to do. But other than that, I didn't think that Negs was a Carlos Martinez account. But that's just my opinion. But a lot of you guys don't know who Negs is, and
Negs got enough shit on his plate to be creating multiple Carlos accounts to troll people with.
Yeah.
This is and these are people that were in his chat once upon a time too. So no, it's not Negs.
Yeah, and I'm not really familiar with Tragic, so I can't speak on him or who he is and what he covers. All I know, he does cover a lot of drama, and sometimes he did sit and stream with Next. That's other channels that I would frequently watch, and just from what I've seen, so I can't really speak on him.
Also, he's always telling Trash Terry to bring Tragic around, a real life doxer. It was talked about on another channel yesterday. Okay, and also someone told me that they think Tragic and Negs went to school together. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff was told to me right before we went live. So there's like a lot of people telling me in the background that it's kind of came out that Carlos is Negs. But that's just a rumor in my ear. I don't know if that's true or not. Okay. People always trying to guess who the troll is. So who knows?
Hey, look, Bacon, when you're doing that and they're hating on you, that means you're right. You know that, don't you?
Let's see, Skeeter is the old friend, and he said that Negs was one of the old Carlos accounts. And Negs does a lot of crazy stuff like Carlos. Hey,
and other people does a lot of.
Yeah, Negs is a weirdo.
You can find in that Carlos account. You can find multiple people's.
I will agree with that. Negs is a weirdo, and he does say a lot of crazy shit. But again, no, it's not him. But weirdo does fit him very well. I still have a lot of things to catch up when it comes to people that cover him. But anyway, let's see. Lord of mercy, when y'all said tragic, I thought y'all were faking about Tragic Wise. No. Not that tragic. All right, y'all. Keep up the good fight. I gotta go fight crime. Squirrel out. All right, Squirrel. Go drop those nuts and go smack people with them. You be safe, Squirrel. All right. Commander, did I say hi to you when you came in? I hope I did. If I didn't, I'll let you hit me with a wrench.
Traits in there. You can see Abe in them. I see Abe in them all the time.
Barbie said allegedly Tragic and Carlos went to school together. That's what he told me when I questioned it. Okay. Okay. So, and listen, Negs.
Carlos, really? Again? Dude, get the fuck out of my chat. I guess the middle finger wasn't good enough for you, was it? Apparently not.
Just a weirdo always trying to fight. That's all Negs does is fight online. So, and Negs didn't used to like Lisa back in the day. He used to talk shit on Lisa, so it makes sense why he'd be talking shit to me. So, whatever. I don't know who he or she is.
Sir Cupid Stunt said, but Jake's all right, though, right? Damn hypocrites. No, and we call Jake out every time, but Jake doesn't do that. Jake doesn't go to the gaming community and get kids to bring them over here and put them on panels, okay?
When Jake brought children over here, and that right there is what you call a deflection tactic, exactly. Okay? When Jake's done shit, we've called him out. All of our streams are still up if you'd like to go and review. Jake's been in trouble before.
And Sir Cupid Stunt, if you would like a link, go ahead and hit my DM on the Twitter, okay? I'll send you a link, and your dumb ass can come up here and explain it better then.
And the last time I checked, I can't think of anybody that's brought a minor over here into this community except for motherfucking Mattman. And I tried to call that motherfucker out for 3 years, and so did Danny D, and nobody would listen.
Right, and I went up on a panel and busted up a damn when they were messing with Chad.
Yeah. Okay, Sir Cupid Stunt is Jake Stalker. All he does is lie on Jake. Yeah, Jake don't have kids in his fucking chat. Hey, Amanda. And this ain't about Jake. And let me tell you something else. We know Jake's fucking name. Hey, Lindy, we know Jake's voice. Okay, see, this is my point. This is a faceless, voiceless troll who says disgusting things about children and now is bringing children into our community.
Right.
And
put them on panels.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
I said, and put them on panels with people like Mark Terry and them fuck sticks over there.
Mm-hmm. Didn't even warn you, Mark, some channel manager you got. Didn't even warn you. Tina's talking about people setting you up. Your own channel manager set you up.
Exactly. I mean, Tina's trying to, and I think that's what Tina's talking about. She just don't want to come out and say who.
Jake does not have kids in his chat. He doesn't seek them out like Carlos does. Stop making everything about Jake. I mean, exactly. Yeah, just a troll. You should.
Yeah.
The kid didn't understand.
What happened? Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Oh, it stopped playing.
Oh, I know. I put it in. Okay. Yeah, he's been blocked. Oh, poor thing. Oh, that's two. Okay.
Because at 15, kids just eating this bowl of ramens, and that's how easily kids can get groomed by adults online. Because once they start becoming those older teenagers, they're just kicking it. They don't understand. Okay, it's the adult's job to realize it's inappropriate. Let me tell you something. I asked my 18-year-old today, "Am I being extra, or is it weird that a grown man would be over in gaming communities talking to 15-year-olds?" And you know what he said? "I wouldn't even be talking to a grown man in my gaming room. It's weird."
Right.
Hey, Mills, how's it going, honey?
Well, hello, Miss Mills. How are you?
And listen, everybody might not agree with me and Mike, but we've never had minors over in this community, and I've been here 8 years.
Exactly. This is all new stuff. I mean, even Carlos back in the day used to not really do the kid thing, but he's just getting as about as everybody else. That's why I don't know that this is the real OG Carlos. I'm just saying.
I feel, but you know, you said some people feel like it's the real OG Carlos, but I don't know. I know there's been other Carloses, so who the fuck knows? What I know is that Carlos over at Mark Terry's is a predator, bringing minors into our fucking community, and I am urging all creators for our community to please stand with me and Mike and shut this motherfucker out. He doesn't belong here.
And I'm asking you guys to stand with me, Angelo, and everyone else to shut this guy out as well. We do not want or need kids in this community. And that's that. We don't want them here.
Agreed.
And I've never asked that for me and Mike have never asked that for anything.
And we're not going against Mark. We're talking about Carlos here.
I'm not saying don't go into Mark's chat. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you run a stream and you're in our community, I am asking you to block Carlos.
Right. You know,
he's
see, he runs around all their communities with Camilo and Noodles, and that's what they do over there.
That's them over there. I'm talking about credible people who try to stand like we do and act like they have a moral compass.
Right.
I'm saying that a Carlos clone account, and to say, well, how do we know if we got the right Carlos? Here's how you know. If you get no Carlos account, you should just excommunicate that motherfucker. Is it Gamer Boy underage? I don't know who is Gamer Boy. I can tell you that I don't want minors in my chat, and it's not because I don't like kids. I like kids, but I'm not coming around here to hang out with kids. I'm old bitch.
Who the hell is Gamer Boy? I don't even know who the hell that is.
And let's see, I'm all bitch. I'm all asshole. I'm just me. I'm all adult. And I didn't come here to hang out with kids either. So there's that. And I don't know who Gamer Boy is. I know who Gamer Girl is. She goes by Gamer Girl 2000. She's from another community, another chat. And she's a real sweetheart. Absolutely adore her. And she's all adult. But that's it. I don't know who a Gamer Boy is. Okay, MS. You take care, honey, okay? Thanks for stopping in.
I'm sure that there are probably minors that I am unaware of at times that have been in the side chat that don't talk.
Sure.
I'm sure. I'm not trying to act like, oh, I've got complete control. But if I know that it's a minor, I would have done just like what Mark did. Said, sorry, you've got to go. I'm glad that Mark was like, how old are you?
Exactly.
Yes, of course, sir. No problem.
Yeah, so I mean that's basically all we're trying to do. We're just letting you know what happened and the way we see it. And I think it's shady all the way to fuck around, okay? I mean, I don't care who don't like it. If you think we're unsub, I don't care. The bottom line. When it comes to this shit, I'm not playing games.
Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about, so I definitely don't laugh about it. So that's a lie, because I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never heard Generic Troll talk about anybody's kids, so I don't know what you're talking about. Just a Troll says, Tara Stitches, now Carlos is laughing about it at Mark's. Well, yeah, of course. And Mark's thinks you're talking about him. Well, I am talking about him, so he'd be correct. Don't talk about why I'm sick of the word. You know,
And let me be clear on this. I'm not talking shit about Mark Terry. I'm not shitting on what Mark Terry did, okay? I'm not doing any of that. Although I don't like his tactics and some of the things that he says. No, I don't. And I'll be the first to admit that. But I'm only reacting to this because I don't want this in our community. So I'm just letting people aware of this. And as you can tell, we are having some problems with a certain someone in my chat who doesn't want to leave. He wants some attention. Poor thing. Anyway, he keeps getting hit right between the eyes with a wrench, thanks to Unitonica, because she's really fast at it. I don't want any children over here. So I'm hoping this will get out and people will follow through with what Tara and Stitches are doing. Other than that, I'm not saying anything bad on Mark Terry. Nothing. At least he booted the 15-year-old right away. Although I wouldn't allow him to stay in my side chat, I would have blocked him. But that's just me. That's my opinion.
Carlos probably gets off on it, you know, because it makes him relevant to talk about him. But I would like for him to become so irrelevant that he doesn't exist here anymore.
Right, because only way he can be relevant is people have to allow him in their chat because you don't stream. So if he's not allowed in chats, he don't stream. So that's it.
Yeah, it would be really simple to eliminate someone who says the most. Here, let me see. Oh, I forgot to turn my notifications off before we went live. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Let me see what this is. Hold on one second. Yeah, hold on one second. Okay. Oh, okay. I see that. I need to turn my notifications off. Hold on.
Well, there you go, Cupid stunt. I solved your problem. Okay, you no longer have that problem.
All right, I'm gonna move into the bedroom because Tom Selleck's coming in from hard day's work.
It's because we don't like Nelly. You ignore it. But Nelly's just as bad as these people.
Yeah.
He's just as bad as these. Dave 25, Steve Coate, Carlos, all of them can go for all I care. Okay, I'm just addressing this. This is a specific time and event, so I'm addressing this specific event. Okay.
Okay. So, Steve, what happened is I'll let Stitches tell you because he's the one that witnessed it.
Want a link, Steve? We can have a discussion.
Yeah, bring Steve up because he's definitely a key player in this community for sure. Plus, Callie, you got to get out of here if you're gonna bark. Let me put this dog out while you send Steve that link. I'm gonna go on mute a second. Yeah. Okay. I want a link, said Mark Terry. Well, you can have a link, Mark, but listen, Mark, we're going to have a discussion, okay? Don't bring your ass up here yelling, or you sit in the cooler until you can talk.
No, if he comes up here and does what he did on Steve's panel, trying to make it echo and disruptive, I'll just kick his ass and he can just stay gone. Don't matter to me.
You're right. And we didn't call Mark a predator. We called Carlos a predator.
Yeah, see, that's true. I did not hear any one of them call Mark a predator. None whatsoever. And that's just how people like, that's what people like to do. They like to turn it around and spin it and say, oh yeah, they called this one a predator. They called that one a predator. No, we called that specific person the predator. It always gets twisted around. That's just how it is.
Exactly.
We see it all the time.
But yeah, Mark, please.
Thank you, Uni.
Links in your DM, Mark. Links in your DM, Steve. I would love for y'all to come up and explain to me how this isn't how I'm seeing it. I would love that.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's going to probably try to scream and holler, but maybe he won't. We'll see.
You can scream and holler once. I'll just kick his ass off and he won't be up here. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, because I ain't got time for all that. He'll make my head hurt.
So you're here, Mark.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
No, nothing. I was just over there, and a bunch of trolls come through there saying y'all are calling me a kitty diddler.
No. We didn't call you anything. Okay, but just it depends on how you respond to it. Okay, because last night or early this morning when Carlos brought a 15-year-old boy to your panel, which when you realized it was a 15-year-old boy, you kicked him off the panel, which is what you should have done. But then the boy was allowed to stay in your chat, and then Carlos is promoting the boy, he's sending his link out. So all them trolls that watch you and all them low life scumbags, now he's sending them over to this. You see what I'm saying? Does you think that looks good?
I don't think it's a good look, dude. The kid's a gamer.
I understand that. So why is Carlos over on the kids' gaming channels? Is he trolling or is he grooming people to bring over to this side of the internet for whatever shenanigans that comes that kid's way? Because the kid thinks he's just out hanging out being cool. You know what I'm saying? And Carlos is your channel manager, so that is a direct reflection of you. That's what I'm saying.
Really, Carlos is not my channel manager. That's just kind of a troll. He goes around and advertises that. He tries to get these, different kind of people like Bracelets, if y'all remember her, or Reindeer Lady, whatever you want to call
So he tries to get people that have mental illness and kids on your panel. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he did in those two cases. I mean,
that's just two cases.
Oh my God, I remember that lady. Oh my God, that got pretty fucking wild. That's for a whole different discussion. Angela, I sent you a DM. I need you to check something out real quick before we go any further. You guys hang on 1 second. I gotta go mute for a sec.
Okay. Yeah, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
All right. So let's do it.
I will teach after the stream. Stay on. And
you, Mark. What I said when.
Hold on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You need to edit your words list. Your prohibited words list. That will prevent most of those trolls right there. Do you know how to do that?
No. Okay, you show me after then.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Before you came over here and you were live, so you might not hear it. We ain't got to be friends. We can do this YouTube thing. We play back and forth, do whatever. But I want to appeal to you, and I'm going to appeal to everyone. When Steve comes up here, I'm going to appeal to him as well.
I'm here right now.
Okay, this is a faceless, voiceless troll that because he's an OG boy troll, he has now brought minors into our community. He has talked about Jake's deceased daughter's pubic hairs. He has talked about Cammy Joe's husband molesting his daughter. He has talked about my cancer. He's been given all these passes. Now he has brought minors into our community without giving Mark a warning and set him up to be on the panel. I don't want minors in the community, and I want us all to shut it down. Enough's enough. And I'm urging you, Mark. I'm urging you, Steve. I'm asking Lindy, all of us. Do we want to clean the community up, or do we want to keep living in filth? It's getting gross.
Let's clean it up. I'm gonna pull his rent.
Now we got minors.
Let me address this. Slay Cats clips. That's because I hide in the bushes a lot. And I also come in under a sock account, which is what nobody knows. They don't know my sock account. And I'm also aware.
I also don't give a fuck what Boyd is or who Boyd is, who's in Boyd, who sucks Boyd, who is Boyd, who was Boyd. I don't give a fuck. So there you go.
Goodbye. Thank you, Dateline. I love you. I love you, Dateline.
I don't care if you pull his wrench or not. What I'm trying to say,
I don't want anybody that's gonna bring minors around, dude. I don't mess with kids. I don't do that. When I seen that boy was so young looking, I was like, damn, he looked young.
Yeah, and I know. Yeah, and that's why you asked him how old he was. And I mean, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm not trying to bitch at you. Okay. But Carlos is your channel manager, and he's going around and he is actively going to kids' gaming channels and getting kids to come to adult panels over here on the side of YouTube. It's a fact. It's not, it's not like you can say I'm lying. I'm making this up. It happened.
I'm starting to wonder if he's not trying to destroy my channel.
What did Tina
D tell you?
Why would you have to ask that question?
Well,
You
I
don't
mean,
think Carlos Martinez has been actively destroying your channel since the day he got there?
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, he's been stirring up a lot of trouble, and it's got to stop. I'm like Terry, it's got to stop.
I mean, like, what did Tina tell you about people? These people that are destroying your channel. I think she's talking about Carlos.
He may be, you know. But there again,
I mean, you see the ridiculous stuff he says. I mean, I have to.
Yeah. What he's been putting in my chat. And there's that. But I digress.
I have to ignore 99% of what he says in my side chat to filter through to find a couple halfway decent questions that I can legitimately ask. But I have to filter through all the predatory crap. He's been hidden on my channel several times for talking about children. He asks ridiculous questions. He's a sabotager. He gets off on it.
Right.
Yeah, he's not.
That's his whole being is sabotage.
well, you know, it started off just being one big troll, but when you start bringing kids into it, I'm like Tara, and talking about people that are sick and dead people and all that. See, I'm not cool with that. You know,
because had he told you that kid was 15 before you let him up, you wouldn't have let him up. So I mean,
hell no, I wouldn't have let him up. Lord no, I wouldn't have let him up.
I've never, and neither has Stitches. We have never done this ever. We have never. I've had people come at me. Listen, I had a 2-year war with Jake. I've been going back and forth with Abe off and on for 5 fucking years. I've never said don't go nowhere, don't go to somebody's chat. I've never said excommunicate someone. But this person is a nuisance. They don't bring wit. At least when Abe goes off, at least he can make you laugh even when he's fucking dragging you through the dirt. I mean,
let Carlos stay over there with Noodles and Camilla.
This person is just foul.
Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you, my Dateline. You know what? Let me throw this on you for a little bit. All right. I threw that on her for right now. Figured this shit was going to happen sooner or later.
They're out to hurt your feelings and say the worst things. And I was just letting
Nice
that
try.
slide as it's just a gross, disgusting troll. But I ain't fucking around
Just
with somebody
ignore
trying to
them,
bring
guys.
kids over here.
First off, Cactus, he did not say that you were. He said you looked like a guy that is an actual human being. He said you look like him.
Hell, I thought he was dead. He dies about every other day.
I'll make this announcement right here. Betty's in the side chat. I'm sure Lena is listening. I'll make this announcement right now.
That's all right. Let him keep coming in. I got plenty of room in my block list.
Allowed to type in my side chat. He will no longer be able to participate at the asylum.
Thank you. I hope Lindy will get on board with this too. I hope. But she's about to start streaming on Saturday nights.
Well,
It stopped playing again.
And I forgot to take myself off mute. I'm sitting here talking to myself. Actually, Nana, I don't know why anybody would want a channel manager that would do stuff like that. I don't even have a channel manager. I don't want one. I can manage my own channel. I do have managing mods. That's about all I have. I have a couple standards. But other than that, I don't think I can. Actually, I just don't know. But you got to trust somebody like really good to have them manage your channel. Me, I can manage it myself.
I doubt he's going to do that.
Hey, cutie pie.
But I'm just, and look, I don't mind going back and forth. Actually, with Mark,
How
the
are you,
panels he's
cutie
been having
pie?
with Tina and Mary and Barbie and Steve Billings and all that, those actually haven't been bad things. But I just, look, I got up this morning to pee and just happened to look at YouTube, and Mark was the only one on. And then next thing I know, there's a 15-year-old boy up there, which Mark said get down. But then that didn't really bother me. I was cool with that. Then Carlos in the damn side chat over there bragging about how he goes to the gaming communities and finds these, and he don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's right there is a problem, that he doesn't see anything wrong with it. So either he's a kid or,
But it's him. He's not a kid. He's been here too long. Okay,
no,
so
this is the real OG Carlos. I'm telling you.
Say this: either he's either an adult going and getting kids, which is inappropriate, and he needs to be gone, or his immature ass is a kid, and that explains a lot. And then therefore he needs to be gone because I don't want to hang out with kids.
And I agree, Stitches. The Carlos Martinez boss account is the OG Carlos.
You think
Yeah,
so?
that's what.
I think that's where it kind of cut out there a little bit.
Well, when people start, if you still
There we
choose to
go.
hang out with someone after we have this conversation, then we know what you stand for, and then
I hope
we'll
you're
just
doing
have to,
good too,
go from there.
PewDiePie.
Whatever.
Okay, well, you guys have a good day, man.
All right.
All right, Mark. Thanks for coming back. AG,
So,
she said
so
this.
I must have missed something though. What the heck happened? What brought all this on?
So okay, I'll recap it for you right quick. At 1:40 in the morning, I get up to go pee. Right? I mean, that's what I did. So I come in here, looked at the computer, and see if anybody was streaming, just to see what was going on. And Mark was streaming. So I just sat there and watched for a minute. And next thing I know, Carlos comes in and says, "Hey, Mark, let my boy up, let my broski up." You know, it's one of my friends from a long time ago, right? So eventually, Mark lets him up, and then the boy comes up eating ramen noodles. He had his camera on. So after he's eating ramen noodles and they talked for a minute, Mark's like, "Wait a minute, how old are you?" And the boy said that he was 15. So Mark kicked him off, right? But they allowed him to stay in the side chat, talking and saying and making fun, blah, 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 whatever Carlos was. And then they start promoting his channel. So now they're sending all the trolls and all the lowlifes that go over there watching Marks to this boy's channel. And Carlos was putting in the thing that he don't see anything wrong with it. He goes to the gaming channels trolling, and this is how he finds these unique people. You see what I'm saying?
And he told the kid, "Don't worry about
I
it.
do.
Your videos." And then Carlos was like, "The only people that's going to have a problem with this is people with diddler mindset." And I was thinking, no, the only kind of grown motherfucker going around finding 15-year-olds to hang out with on the internet is diddler mindset.
Yeah, he's 15, and Carlos has said he's been his buddy for years.
Yeah, it's his broski, you know, it's broski.
That's where I had a little bit of an issue. They've been buddies for years. That's where I got a little bit confused on Angelo.
Sorry, what was that?
This statement here.
To have a problem with this is people with diddler mindset. And I was thinking, no, the only kind of grown motherfucker going around finding 15-year-olds to hang out with on the internet is diddler mindset.
Yeah, he's 15, and Carlos has said he's been his buddy for years.
Yeah, it's his broski, you know, it's broski.
There you go.
That's where I got confused on. It's that part.
Most likely Carlos was lying. He just randomly found some persons and was attempting to bring them into an adult themed community that kids don't belong in.
Yeah, because there's no way that they've been broskies for years.
Yeah.
So no, not even. But
Sup, dudes? Yo, man, we're broskies, you know. Yeah, clubbing and stuff together, man. We go down, go fishing, broski. Yeah, bro. No. Humans don't talk like that anymore.
no, they don't. I haven't heard that kind of talk since junior high. And even back then, they still didn't talk like that. Not unless you were, a skater? Or when y'all play with hacky sack? Oh, God. I haven't said hacky sack in a long-ass time. I can't believe I even remember that word. I remember when they used to play hacky sack all the time. But still, even then, I didn't hear, yo, broski. I know they still say that shit in the movies. This isn't a movie, though.
Right.
Okay, I mean, and let's be honest. There probably are some kids
Mm-hmm.
that we have no idea who they are in the side chat.
Exactly.
I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. If they're acting like adults and they're in the side chat, what can we do about that?
Exactly.
But let's be honest again. There is a lot of vile, disgusting people running around these fucking YouTube streets. Why is Carlos Martinez then sending people to this child's channel? That's taking it to a whole nother level.
Exactly. So now all them trolls will be over there messing with them. So yeah, this is my whole thing with it too. I'm not really mad at Mark unless Mark allows it to continue. You see what I'm saying? If Carlos was
just to troll, you said you already clipped me saying that Carlos Martinez will be blocked on site. What do you want from me? You're comparing Carlos Martinez to fucking John? You're actually comparing Carlos Martinez to Flacco. You need to take a look in the mirror, just to troll. You are not.
I'm not even gonna bring up that dude's name. No, no. I'll address him in chats when whenever I come across him. I'm not even gonna bring I'm not even gonna bring his name up. Nope.
Just a troll. You're a weirdo if you're comparing the two of them.
Man, they always go at you for some reason.
Well, yeah, because
You and Larry H, they love to go at y'all too. Larry H gets hell and he don't even do anything.
Really, Mark said he's just going to take.
No, I'm saying right now, Larry H has always been pretty cool to me. I stroll up in his chat, every now and then. I see him in the asylum every now and then. I have no problem with him. I have no quabbles with him. He's always been pretty cool.
Oh,
His branch. Well,
Hang on.
that tells
Sorry.
me what I need to know then.
Still having difficulty. Okay. Larry H.
wasn't that the channel manager for that other dude one time?
I don't know what channel manager dude you're talking about.
Right.
That's a lot of people.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's on the asylum all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I got no problems with him. He's, like I said, he's always been pretty cool.
Okay, I mean, all we can do is try to bring awareness. But when you have another border situation on your hands, or when Mark Terry has some kind of child porn bombing on his fucking panel, I don't want to hear him cry.
Exactly. Because we just told y'all it's going to happen.
And I don't want to hear anybody cry about that either.
All right. Well, basically, this is.
Yep.
I mean, this is basically all I wanted to talk about. I didn't really plan on a long stream. It just pissed me off when I'm just saying it because it's the same shit we went through before. Same shit.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think that's about it. Thank you for coming up, Steve. And I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm sure Carlos will really start trolling us hard now, and we really don't give a fuck.
I'll let him.
And it looks like I was getting that too in my chat. Okay. Let him. I was expecting it. But see, here's the thing. At the bottom of the scroll of my stream, it does state everything said here today is all alleged and speculation. Always do your research. I guess some people cannot read. But hey, that's not my fault if you can't read that. That's why it's scrolling there. Again, I digress.
Don't troll too hard, Carlos, and get yourself caught in a trap, okay?
He can bring all 200, 400, 800 of his accounts to the asylum. Every one of them will be blocked.
Hey, generic troll. How are you?
I'll say it again for you, just the troll. Carlos Martinez will be blocked on site at the asylum. He is no longer capable of typing in my side chat. He will not be allowed to type anything in my side chat. He will be blocked on site. There's another clip for you. Put the two of them together and make it a whole video.
Larry wants a link. We were about to end
No,
the
that's
stream.
fine. No, I'll send. I didn't know Larry wanted the link. I'll send him.
Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate people that support. Sometimes you lose a little bit of spirit because so much gross shit happens on here. But I mean,
Look,
good God.
and the whole little back and forth that we got going on with Mark and over there, we don't mind that. That's just that's what we do here. But I'm not getting involved in that bullshit when they start with these youngins. I'm not doing it. They shouldn't. Right. I'm just not doing it.
And Janky, I do agree with you, and I understand you can't really get rid of a troll. But what you can do is take away the power of this particular troll. Like, I don't know how to explain what I want to say, but I mean, I don't know what I want to say.
I know what she's trying to say. You can't take away a troll, but as a community, you can severely limit their ability to be an effective troll by limiting their access to accounts, by limiting their ability to talk, and by limiting their ability to come on panel, which Carlos doesn't really do anyway.
Yeah, from what I've seen, because I've always heard want to grab a link or come up on panel. Never does. Never does. So there's that. How you doing, generic troll?
Can't take the power away from a troll that is a random troll, but this is a specific troll, and this troll's been here for a long time, so everybody knows this troll. So all everybody's got to do is just ignore him. Don't mod them. Don't let them in. You know, they come in your chat, they say something, block them. After a while, they won't be able to go nowhere that we're around. They'll have to go somewhere else, and that's fine.
Right. Hard block. Mark and Carlos like peas and carrots. Carlos and Mark love this kind of attention. They are like pigs and shit. Yeah, I don't understand people that like negative attention. It gives me anxiety.
Right. That's got to say something about them that they like this stuff happening. This is like they feel like they are getting some kind of fame or something. Like, I mean, that's just kind of weird in itself, I think.
I agree. It's like emotional cutting or something. I don't know. Just put Carlos on block. I agree, Sean the Brit.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Larry H?
Larry?
I popped into Mark's and he says, Carlos, man, I'm going to have to take your wrench for a couple of days. They're making noise over there at the circus.
My side chat called it. He told us what we wanted to hear.
Yeah. You know, he's been going around telling everyone that I stalk kids on Instagram.
That Carlos is typing.
I told Mark, I'm like, dude, he's going to be your downfall, dude.
I agree with
you
what
need to get rid of him, man.
She said Carlos is Mark's recruiter. Carlos does all the work finding the unique individuals, and Mark reaps the bennies.
You mean all these new scumbags have been going over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Carlos does.
Yeah.
That's what he's always done.
Yeah.
Except now he can take it a step further. He used to go from side chat to side chat.
Right.
Saying he would go to one side chat and say, hey, this person's talking about you over there. And then he'd go to the other side chat and say, hey, this person's talking about you over there, and try to get the two to go to each other's side chat to fight. But now he can just say, hey, come to Mr. T's panel. We want you on the panel. Then he goes to Mr. T's and says, pin the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Google blocked Carlos, and you know, Jesse's got ordered. If he comes in under any other name, get rid of him.
Yeah.
Be aware, he legitimately has hundreds of accounts.
I know. Well, she's good. You know that, Steve. And what the fuck was I going to say now? God damn it. Yeah, just a troll, dude. Flacco's nothing like him. Steve's right. We've known Flacco for years. He's just
Man, that dude called me a meanie. Or no, something like that. When I was in the asylum on Sunday, I said something. I won't say what I said. Y'all can go watch the live chat. I warned him to stay away from someone, and he told the mod, Earth says something mean. Trying to get me I guess he was trying to get me a timeout because he got timed out. And I told the mod, I love you. And the mod said, I love you too. And I was like, see, I knew I was in. Wasn't going to get me anything. Yeah. But I warned him to stay away from a certain someone. I warned him because he does not want to try it with that person. Not even.
a little weird, but not weird in that way. Okay. So,
Yeah, and see, these people don't realize that I've known John for like 6 years.
yeah.
And so, you know, when I yelled at him and told him you're not coming back, it was a reality snap for him. And you people don't understand that because you are just meeting this guy. I'm actually going to call him a character because he is a character.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a real life person, and that is his real life being. But he's a character. You people are just getting to know him. I've known John for 6 years.
Me too.
He needed a snap to reality. Then we talked, and I said, okay, you're ungrounded. You can come back to the asylum. So if you're going to compare that to this with Carlos Martinez, I'm going to have to say it. You're a little bit mentally deficient.
I honestly can't compare this to anything because except for other than Mattman, I can't think of anyone that has intentionally brought minors to the community that I know of.
Well, of course, Tragic's over there, White Knight for Carlos. Mark just wants it to blow over. He's going to let Carlos back in and put a wrench back on him. You know, Mark don't care. He don't give two shits. And I'm surprised he doesn't.
I'm actually hoping that doesn't happen. But it's Mark's channel, and I don't tell people how to run their channels. That's not what I do. But I hope that if it does happen again, that Mark is smart enough to not let Carlos do that again. But I'm also hoping that you guys on this side of our community that goes for drama and true crime, that you guys will not let that happen either. Don't ever let anyone. It's not just this specific troll. It's any troll. Any troll whatsoever. Do not allow them to bring children from a gaming community whatsoever to your channel and let them up on your panel. Just don't ever let that happen. let's see. Me Too Earth. After this, Steve went over to talk to him again, and he said he was going to keep it blocked, and we will hold him to that. I will hold him to that too. Because, like I said, Dateline, I'm not saying anything bad on Mark. I'm not trying to shit on Mark. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just bringing attention to this on this side of the community, and for, true crime, even though I don't do true crime, but I do go after tragedy pimps that do true crime. Well, I wouldn't say that's true crime. They don't really do anything but make money off the backs of deceased children. But we also have some tragedy pimps that do go after creators' children. So that's why I want this to have some attention as well.
I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if he doesn't take his wrench because he knows it'll cause controversy. He's all about that YouTube view count, man.
Well, and then when people keep them propped up and keep supporting them and they keep going, and then when it happens and people start getting child porn and this, that, and the other, then I'll go live and say, this is what I was talking about.
We'll say, when did we call this? And it won't be the first time that we've said some shit like that.
I've been over here for almost 4 years watching the entry point to this community be Mark. Carlos has tried to bring so many people, and I used to go over there. I went on panel one night and ran the people off that he was trying to bring in but then he wasn't Mark's channel manager. He was, but he's always trying to bring in these deficient morons on our kids. I don't understand that. Bring somebody normal over here. Hell, is there anybody normal in here? Are we normal?
No, I was about to say, I don't know that any of us are normal or we wouldn't be here. Mark wants to build his channel, and the worst of the worst will be welcome and open arms over there. See, the reason, because he can't stay consistent in personality, Trisha, so only whack jobs will put up with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that.
But and they keep talking about all all them views, all them people watching, all they waiting is for the damn train wreck. Last night, whenever I was watching, he had that 15-year-old up there, numbers plummeted. And then when the kid was talking in the side chat, people was leaving the side chat because they wouldn't want to be involved in what was going on.
That people get uncomfortable because, first of all, you have to do certain things as a streamer. Mark could even get in trouble. I'm not even sure what TOS is. I know, like, you got to have certain things, and it's for 18 and up, and there's all kinds of rules.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look good when you have your channel set for not for kids, and then you got kids on the panel.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, but but it's okay for him to accuse me of stalking kids on Instagram. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, I did see that. I also took a screenshot of that too. I took a lot of screenshots that night. Nana, I will address all that on my own time. But right now, this is more important because, again, I do not want this brought into this community. But as for the heels situation, I will address that on my own time.
Well, in defense, now, Mark didn't know that he was bringing a minor up. Now, let me say this. In defense, Mark didn't know he's bringing a minor up, but now he's been educated, and he seems to not fucking care is what I see.
Exactly.
So he wasn't guilty, and I wasn't going to talk about him being that way, but now that if he doesn't make the change, now he is just equally as guilty.
Right, and then Carlos will sit over there, and everything that they done will say that they'll say we all done.
Exactly. he literally mirrored his own self onto other people.
Right. And Mark didn't care. He obviously didn't care. He left that stream up.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought for sure.
Might as well not take it down now, Mark. We already got all that.
It don't matter now.
Right. So, but that was the bottom line. What I was just trying to say, I was just, hey, that's what I do. And if y'all don't like it, I can't help it.
Yeah, and bye, Carlos, Negs, or whoever the fuck you may be. I don't know who you are. I've been told about 5 different people at this point now that you are.
No. Carlos is not Negs. Carlos actually makes clone Negs account.
Oh, okay. Who knows?
I don't really give a fuck who it is.
That's a fact. He stirred up a whole bunch of drama by cloning a Negs account.
Okay. See, who knows? Again, that's why everybody's got their assumptions. All I know is the person's been around for a long time.
Yeah, no, that is not an assumption. That is an absolute fact that Carlos ran around with a clone Negs account. Well, Negs still was on YouTube and stirred up a whole bunch of shit pretending he was Negs.
Yeah, Janky, I know that. I actually, he came in Steve's, I think it was. Was it Steve's? And said, yeah, it was nothing perverted about what he did. I got the screenshot. If you guys want to see that shit. And he goes, it wasn't Instagram, it was Snapchat.
Just a troll. I want to say, I don't really know the history, and I don't know what all Flacco's done. I gather that he's been kind of a stalker and maybe has earned some hate. I don't really know, but I agree.
That's all I heard about him. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. I don't really care to know anything about him, to be honest. But I will say one thing about Flacco. He is highly annoying.
I don't know why people need to make fun of his hand. Why do that? He can't help it.
Because
It's not
everyone takes the lowest blow they can take.
natural.
Yes.
It
This
makes
is
me
how
feel-
I deal with Flacco. He's a troll and he's trolling. That's the way I deal with him every time I'm around him. So that's why I don't go at him and yell at him and call him names and talk about his speech and his hands and this and that. Because why? Why?
Yeah.
See, I ain't poking fun at the man because I don't know him. I'm just saying he's just annoying, highly annoying. That's it. That's all. But I do say he does take that level of trolling to a stalkerish level. That's in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Other than that, I don't know a single thing about him. That's why I don't say anything about him when they're talking about him in the stream.
All right, guys. Well, I guess that can be a wrap. If I got nothing else to say, unless y'all got something else y'all want to
Anything
say.
else y'all want to chime in on there, Mr. Billings?
Yeah,
or
wait
Larry?
until a little later in the afternoon. Because some people were sleeping.
Oh,
I was up.
I got
saw that in the chat.
Oh, I got all triggered up.
I could tell. Yeah.
I did too, because I was like already so sick of this motherfucker. I talked about him yesterday.
You can have a normal conversation with Noodles.
Even though it's a trolling conversation.
What? I got a question about Noodles. What? Okay, I
That was my fault. Hold on a second.
Y'all wanna
Anything
say?
else y'all want to chime in on there, Mr. Billings?
yeah,
or
wait
Larry?
until a little later in the afternoon. Because some people were sleeping.
Oh,
I was up.
I got
saw that in the chat.
Oh, I got all triggered up.
I could tell. Yeah.
I did too, because I was like already so sick of this motherfucker. I talked about him yesterday, and then when I saw that replay, I was like, that's the final straw for me right there. What does this motherfucker bring to this community at all? Not even wit, nothing, not even funny.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
not even funny, dude.
That's why really the only place he goes is Mark's and Camilo's and Noodles, I think.
Hell, Noodles is more funny than that motherfucker. At least Noodles turns his camera on, and you know, we know exactly who that motherfucker is down to his dogs.
Yeah, and you can have a normal conversation with Noodles.
Even though it's a trolling conversation.
What? I got a question about Noodles. What?
I'll leave
okay,
this one
I
for
met him
you,
this week.
Angela.
He seems to speak very well. What is everybody's deal with him? What's the issue with him?
Oh, geez.
No, I
Well,
just I
this live
legitimately
stream
don't
just
know.
got extended by about 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah,
That bad?
Noodles is a whole character, and you never know if he's talking to you as David or if he's Noodles, and you just never know. I mean, you know, 2 weeks ago he told Steve Billings that he had talked to the FBI and the FBI was coming for him, and then last night he was chilling with him on his panel. You never know what Noodles is up to. He's a character.
No, I did see that. I was watching that stream when he did come up there and say that to Steve.
Well, yeah, my interpretation of Noodles is this. It's a man that sat on a panel one day talking about how he likes to fly to third world countries to have unprotected sex with minors because the laws are looser there, and with a little bit of money, you can have anybody's kid anytime you want because you can live like a god. That's one of the things that I know about Noodles. So, there you go. Deal with what you want with it.
Now, I did hear a rumor about that, but thanks for clarifying that for me. Hey, Diamond Cutter. How are you, baby? Yeah, my Dateline. I heard about that. That's why I don't really touch on that subject. I just hear about I just know he likes to go at Tina all the time. He likes to get a rise out of her. But I think that about covers all this. I think we're done with this. What do you think?
I'm
Think we're done?
gonna add a caveat.
Okay.
Moving forward, and this goes for people who think for for whatever reason. I'm a nice guy. I am not a nice person to bad people. I am not a nice person to bad people. If you're a good person, I'm pretty much going to treat you like a good person. If you're making things like getting on panels and making comments about kids and sex and trying to bring kids into this community and shit like that, you're not a good person, and I'm not going to be a good person to you. Listen to how people are doing themselves, what they're saying and how they're saying it and where they're saying it. You can be the most articulated speaker on this platform and have one of the best educations in the world and still be a predator or still be a pedophile or still be a disgusting human being. Your education and your money don't make you a good person. Good deeds and good living and good behavior make you a good person.
Absolutely.
A lot of people get passes on this platform. They do this, they do that, do this, and oh, they're funny, or they're just making up. You don't get on a panel and make up a story about flying to third world countries to have unprotected, cheap sex with minors to fit
That's
in
right.
or to have some sort of story to tell to make yourself look like some sort of caliber human being, because that's the exact opposite of what that is. And that's what I draw a line there. And those people, I will never be nice to them. I will never accept them. I will never like them. I will never give them a free pass. There you go.
Nope. And I absolutely agree. Nobody gets a free pass. I mean, look at Dolly. Look at Dolly Vision for one. He don't get a free pass. I don't even give a shit if he went to church and became reformed. I don't give a shit. He still don't get a free pass. I don't care if Bullhorn goes to church and became reformed and found the Lord and stopped doing what she's doing. She still doesn't get a free pass. So there's that. But other than that,
That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said
said
so.
so. Oh, I missed that. I missed that phrase. I always love that. But other than that, anything else you'd like to add before we shut this down?
So for people with, I'll show you step by step behind the scenes, but I'm going to verbalize it today. Okay. So if you have a channel and you stream or you upload videos and you want to limit the access that trolls have to your account, and you know a primarily amount of names of those people, some of them name themselves the same repeatedly. You go to your YouTube channel settings, and under there you're going to see the word settings. You're going to click on settings, and you're going to go to permissions. Pardon me. You're going to go to community. In the community section of the settings, you'll see your automated filters: managing moderators, standard moderators, approved users, hidden users, specific channels that can redirect your content, meaning if I was streaming and I wanted Earth to be able to stream my stream, she would be able to do it through her channel. Underneath that is a blocked words list. So you want to block words like the N-word, and then you want to block the individual letters to the N-word. And that will prevent people from being able to spell the N-word in your chat or say the N-word in your chat. There's one example. You also want to block their name, their full name, and then their name broken down. So if their name was Fee Fi Fo Fum, you want to block Fee Fi Fo Fum, and then you want to block Fee, then you want to block Fi, then you want to block Fo, and then you want to block Fum. Fee Fi Fo Fum. So it's 5 blocks altogether. That will prevent anybody from creating any combination of that name and going into your cat. If you block Carlos, you got to block Carlos. Then you're going to block the variations of his name. You got to block Martinez. Does it hinder other people with legitimate names from coming into your chat? Yes. But the long run is it's less likely your chat's going to be spammed with negative connotations from people who are trying to get your channel flagged or shut down. Okay? Does anybody have any questions in the side chat to that? All right, that's all I had.
All right. Now, always remember, put an overlay up anytime you let someone up on your panel.
Especially
now, before, I always have to put the overlay up when he comes up. But before you allow them, first just throw up your overlay like this before accepting them. That way, if you were to get peen bombed, nobody, not even your side chat or anybody like the replay crew, they won't get to see it. Because that's the easy way to get your channel shut down. And that's usually what they're known for to do, is get your shit shut down.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if
That's
any
like,
of you are looking at getting out some aggression, please go to underlight.com and download a free online MMORPG role-playing enforced game and have fun shooting, collapsing, and role-playing. It's free.
you heard the man. Other than
Smart
that,
plug. And lastly, we're going to end with this. Dolly Vision Soap. We clean you so deep you bleed.
alrighty, guys. You take it easy. Thank you, Diamond Cutter. I appreciate that. You guys be good, be safe, and I will see you guys around the YouTube streets.
YouTube streets.
Take it easy, guys.